Hello again, it's your old friend Theta, the monotone messiah. Today we're going to talk about how to eliminate a harmful habit known as chasing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Aggression is addictive. There's something intrinsically thrilling about taking the fight to the other side, and although aggression is a requirement for playing well, not being smart with your aggression can end up costing you dearly. A common problem that pops up from this addiction is what I call chasing, where you identify an opponent's position and then rush towards them instead of waiting on them to move towards you. Sometimes this works out, like if you know you'll have an angle or cover advantage when you confront them, but more often than not it will get you killed. To illustrate the downsides of chasing, let's review some footage from a couple of recent scrims. As you can see, this is Suburbia. I'm in front of middle house watching lane 4. Mono's watching my back. He put somebody down right here. This is why I was suppressed. I run over, get that sweet free confirmed kill. But as I'm coming back, I notice somebody is in the middle house. It's important to note that this person did not know I was there until I shot them. Throughout this entire scenario, I had an angle advantage, and it was only at that moment that I fired at him that he had any awareness of my exact position. Now, instead of trying to get an angle advantage, I run into the room that I just saw this opposing player in. And because I have a PKM this round, I decide to just pre-fire into the spots I think he is most likely to be in, since people love to hang out in this corner when they know they're being shot at. The problem is he wasn't in that spot, and because I rushed in, he could just duck down in an unexpected spot and shoot me as I came around the corner. Let's watch that in full speed. See, this is the danger of chasing. If I had not just rushed into that room, I had a much better chance of getting him. Before I go into what I should have done differently, I want you to ask that question yourself. If you were in my situation, what would you have done? I suggest even pausing the video and just mentally reviewing the situation in your own mind and come up with an answer before watching any further. Anyway, if you've done that, then the answer is back up, slow down, get an angle advantage. In that situation, I could have very easily rotated around to the opposite side of the house, and I would have not only seen him, I probably could have shot him through the doorway. All of this highlights one of the primary problems with chasing. In this case, I had an angle advantage. I had a situational awareness advantage. And I blew it because I ran in and took a neutral angle, albeit with a little bit of cover in the form of those boxes, but still a neutral angle instead of repositioning myself. This next bit of footage is on Snow Peak Night, and before you ask, no, we did not pick Snow Peak Night, and it's a scrim, we're going to experiment. Anyway, I'm in the north on the outside, and I hear a call out that somebody is approaching the opposite side. I say to myself, why not get a little spicy? It's a scrim, whatever. So I run over there, and I end up getting the kill. That's all well and good, and then another attack starts in the same area. At this point, I'm already feeling good about myself because I've successfully rushed, and now we know there are more people out there. Then Mono gets downed, and not only is he downed, but the person who downed him is giving off some funny banter, so I know exactly where she is. And I pop out and decide to shoot her. And it works. The only problem is that I did not see her teammate hanging out in the corner. This gets me killed. Looking back on this situation, it would be easy to say that it worked out because I got a 2-for-1 out of the deal. That's true, but in my opinion, that is sort of an amateurish way of looking at it. Your kills don't matter if it hurts your team. I need to just repeat that because a lot of people don't seem to understand that, especially newer players. It does not matter what your KDR is if you hurt your team. In that case, I was hurting my team because on defense, you need everybody up. And if you know people are coming, there is no reason to do that sort of thing. Now, granted, this was a scrim. I was being a lot more aggressive than I normally would. So that has to be taken into account. At the same time, it's important that you practice the way that you want to play. So overall, this was a mistake on my part. And if we just go a little further into the footage, you can see Defilade makes a similar mistake in that he knows there's somebody coming near him, and instead of waiting on the corner to have an angle advantage and catch them off guard, he chases them, and it turns into a trade. One thing I hope you can take away from this is that even when you're at the master level or whatever the equivalent is in your game, people still make mistakes. Players are still, at the end of the day, human beings. And part of the process of me reviewing film is figuring out my own flaws, and you should be doing the same thing, because you're never going to stop learning. If you do feel like you don't have anything else to learn, you're only hurting yourself. So I hope you can take that lesson away. In closing, let's cover how you can stop chasing. Like the most important mistakes, this one is fundamental, and it's in many ways psychological. The big one is you need to take a breath and slow down most of the time. The reason people chase more often than not is because they get excited about the prospect of shooting somebody. I get it. Especially if you're getting casted, there's this rush of making a big play, getting on a highlight reel, that sort of thing. I understand. I've been there. I've experienced it. But I'm telling you right now that if you want to be a good teammate and if you want to be a good overall player, these are the kinds of thoughts you cannot allow into your head. It has to be win, win, win. That's what you should care about. Doesn't matter how many kills you get, doesn't matter how many highlight reel moments you have. What matters is winning. So do the things that will help you and your teammates win. Specifically with chasing, if you ever find yourself saying, I need to go get this person, or just that overall feeling, maybe it's not even an explicit thought in your head, it's just that feeling of go out there and do something right now when you know somebody is in a specific position, take a deep breath, slow down, and realize that you're about to make a mistake. You could likely get yourself killed, very likely to get yourself killed in this situation. So don't do it. Hold your position if that's the right thing to do, or at the very least reposition so you have a better angle in case somebody rushes in on you. Make them pay for the mistake. The other thing you can do is communicate. Even if it ends up getting you killed, what matters is that everybody on the team is informed, and if you say, hey, this person is there, now they can make a better plan and adapt to the situation at hand. Remember, this is a team game. What matters more than anything is that the team wins. That's all I've got for today. This is Theta, signing off.